Hey, it's Chris Ferdinandi, the Vanilla.js guy here from GoMakeThings.com. And today we're going to be looking at a couple of different ways to get the value of an input field as a number. First, we're going to look at a traditional way of doing this, and then we're going to look at a cool new modern method that we can use instead. Let's dig in. So I have an HTML file with a label and an input field with a type of number. And I have a default value there set to 42, just to make this a little bit easier. And whenever, let's say, the user updates this field, you want to grab that value as a number, or they submit a form. You need to get that value as a number. So historically, you would use the value property on that field. In this example, I'm using the query selector method to get my input, and then I'm just running the value property on that input. The thing with the value property is that it returns a string. So if we were to log this to the console, I get back a string with a value of 42. But this is a number field. We want a number. So one way to work around that would be to use one of the number to string methods. So parse float or parse int are the two that you might most readily reach for. So here I'm going to pass my number value into the parse float method, assign it to a new variable, val as a number, and that's going to return the number version of that value. And so here we get back 42 as a number. This works great. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this approach. But as a modern alternative, you could instead use the HTML input element value as number property. As the name implies, it returns the value of the input as a number instead of a string. So if we jump back over here, let me just comment these out for a second and uncomment this one. So here I've got value as a number being run on that same field. And if we jump over to the browser, let's reload it, and I log val, you can see there's no quotes around this one. We're getting back just the number 42 without that intermediary step instead. The great thing about this is that it works in all modern browsers. I'm going to make sure I drop a link to the source code down in the description so you can play around with it if you want. But there's a fantastic property that if it suits your needs, you can start using today. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe and maybe even share it with someone else who you think might enjoy it. You can also get my daily developer tips newsletter over at GoMakeThings.com, where every weekday I share a new tip, trick, tool, or Vanilla.js snippet to help you build a simpler and more resilient web. Thanks so much for watching.